back to Pipe Talks. It's me, Kevin, as usual. So you may have noticed I am wearing the same sweater, hoodie from last time. I know that I'm not dressed like a pipe smoker, but I don't really like that smell that gets on your clothes, so I try to keep the amount of clothes that smell like smoke to a minimum. And it is getting cold here in northeast Pennsylvania. So just wearing a flannel, I don't know if it's going to really cut it anymore. It's dropping down to like the low 50s, high 40s at night. So it's about time to turn the heat on. I need to service my pellet stove, which, as usual, I wait till the last minute to get my house ready for winter. I gotta put the wrap on the windows because this house is old, and the windows aren't nearly as old as the house, but due to settling and other factors, they're just super drafty. So we moved here in December, and the back draft was so bad on the windows that the curtains actually like move and would get sucked back to the window. So we lost a lot of heat that way. And obviously, the easy fix is just put up shrink wrap, but we were just I was just busy with transitioning jobs, the kids, and time just kind of got away from me, which actually leads me into what I wanted to talk about tonight, which is where does the time go? Some of you may not have kids, some of you may have kids, grandkids, great grandkids. If you're blessed, time does not stop for any of us, as I'm sure you all know. Our daughter is going to be 8 and our son is going to be 2, both very soon. Our son turns 2 before the end of the year, and our daughter turns 2 pretty much after the new year. If I don't hold this lighter like up perfectly, it just doesn't work. So where does the time go? I feel like every day I have a plan, and I blink and the kids are in bed, and me and my wife are in bed. It's just crazy. I realize I was just talking, so hopefully you're able to hear that, but it feels like every day is over as soon as it starts. I know that's part of having children, but with the way that, time just stops for no one. One of the reasons I like smoking a pipe is because it feels like time slows down, but this is just something I do occasionally, not every day. So I want to talk about where does the time go. So for those of you who don't have kids or maybe thinking of having kids, and maybe some of you who have younger kids, the time that you have with them now, you don't get again. And it's something that I understood, but it didn't resonate as much as it should have when I was younger. And yes, I'm 28, but we had our daughter when we had both just turned 21, my wife and I. And I was working way too many hours, and missing stuff that didn't feel too important because and not that it wasn't important, but it felt like I needed to work because obviously we had bills to pay. So I was working between 55 and we'll say 68 hours a week on average as a gas mechanic. And there's a lot of little stuff that goes by so quick when your kids are younger. Now, our daughter is disabled, so a lot of the natural progression that you get with a able-bodied 1 year old, 2 year old, 3 year old, 4 year old, even speech stuff because she's nonverbal is stuff that we didn't get to experience, regardless whether or not I was working. And I think that in my head, I was more focused on the financial security aspect than what my what was going on, not what was going on. I'm trying to because I care very deeply about my daughter, and it felt like I needed to work because we needed money, and that was like the number one priority. And when that's your mentality, it takes a toll on not only your relationship if you're in one, it takes a toll on your own mental state because you can become obsessed what with just getting to this goal that doesn't really exist. Like you're always gonna work, and you're always gonna for those for those of us with jobs, you're gonna keep working, and you're gonna keep chasing money, and you're always gonna need. What I'm trying to say is, you're always gonna need more money. Your children are only gonna be one for 1 year, two for 1 year, three for 1 year, and that is gone. They're never that age again. So there's stuff that I missed out on because I was chasing this ever changing end goal. I'm like, I just need to make this much money. And then I'd make that much money, and it would be like, okay, well, I need to make more because now that's not enough. I need to make more because now that's not enough. And I know there's a bunch of other factors, but at the end of the day, was, the time is now gone, and my daughter is 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 years old. Some stuff is inevitable, but that you're gonna miss. But if you're able to cherish the time that you can get with them, do it, because it feels like a lot of the time that I ended up getting home, you know, it doesn't feel like this. It was the fact that I was getting home. I'd go to work Monday morning, and I would see, Violet really Saturday morning if I got, unless it was Friday afternoon, depending on what the work week would entail. But for probably 5 years, I didn't see her until basically Friday night, and then I would spend as much time as I could Saturday and Sunday. But you're also tired and beat, and you got stuff to do on the house. Like I was had to mow the lawn. We lived in a fixer upper, so spending a lot of my little bit of free time fixing up the house, trying to make, trying to just do a lot of stuff that really, it's just, like I said, the time just gets away. You blink and the year's over. This year is about to be over. I know it's October, but we're gonna blink and it's gonna be Thanksgiving and then Christmas and then it's done. It's try not to say it's it's very it's crazy, especially now that I'm able to spend so much time working from home with my son. it's given me the ability to kind of look back and reflect, which pipe smoking is very much being able to reflect on the day, on things, on life. Um, my life very much right now is wake up, take care of the kids, go to do work, take care of the kids, eat dinner, put the kids to bed, and spend what quality time. I mean, my wife and I both work from home, so we spend more than enough time together. So, like I said, being blessed with the ability to spend all this time with my son in these developmental years, which we didn't really get with our daughter as is, but then I was never home, has given me that time to look back and go. I always heard people say you can always make more money. You like this stuff you're not going to get back. It's really hit home now. I know my prefrontal cortex is a lot more developed at 28 than it was at 22, but it's interesting to see that this is, I mean, this is it. We get, depending on what you believe, you get one shot, and if there's anyone that you want to make a lasting impression on, it's your kids. And now kids aren't for everybody. I get that, but at least have a positive effect on the community around you. And really, the best way to leave a legacy is with a family. That is your legacy. I'm not a profound intellectual, but this is just my way to share some of my life experiences and maybe help other people who are in this predicament, or not predicament, but have kids and are trying to find ways to make time. It's never easy, and you have to make the time. The time just doesn't appear. Really, with anything you want to do, you have to make that time. I didn't really have anything planned about what I wanted to say other than just you really only get one shot. Your kids are only those ages for 1 year, and then it's done. And before you know it, they're going to be hormonal teenagers and hate you. And just enjoy it, man. Really, that's it. Just enjoy it. That's all I got. Thanks for coming to my TED Talk here. I appreciate your time. I appreciate all of you that watch. Please like, comment, subscribe, share the video. Please leave comments. It's great to interact with people. I have, at the time of this recording, 12 subscribers, and that's pretty cool. So thank you again. Have a great day, night, morning, wherever you guys are, whatever you're doing, and I'll see you next time.